In the 1800s, families gathered for portraits. They dressed carefully, posed deliberately, and sometimes one person in the photograph wasn't alive. Post-mortem photography became common during the Victorian era. When a loved one died, especially a child, families often had no previous photographs. Cameras were rare, portraits were expensive, and death was frequent. For many families, this was the only chance to preserve an image. Infant mortality rates were high. Disease was common. Life expectancy was shorter. Death was part of daily life. Grief wasn't hidden. It was written. Families would dress the deceased carefully, position them as if sleeping, sometimes with eyes closed, sometimes with eyes painted open onto the photograph. Photographers used supports to hold bodies upright, stands hidden behind clothing, chairs to maintain posture. The goal wasn't horror. It was remembrance. Many images show parents holding a deceased child, looking directly at the camera, as if refusing to let go. Today, these images feel unsettling, but to Victorians, they were acts of love. They lived in a world where death was constant, and photography was new. This was not morbid curiosity. It was preservation. Victorian mourning was elaborate. Black clothing for months or years. Locks of hair kept in jewelry. Mirrors covered. Clocks stopped at the time of death. Post-mortem photography fit into this culture of remembrance. As photography became cheaper and more common, families took pictures while loved ones were alive. Medical advances reduced early death. By the early 20th century, post-mortem photography declined. What was once normal became uncomfortable. These photographs survive. They appear online, in museums, in books. They disturb modern viewers, not because they are grotesque, but because they force us to confront something Victorian society accepted openly. Death was visible, and remembrance required courage. The Victorians didn't photograph the dead out of obsession. They did it because they loved them. In a time when photographs were rare, memory mattered. And sometimes, that memory was the only one they had. Subscribe for more.